Warhammer 40K is known for its wars between the Imperium of Man, various xeno-factions, and the forces of chaos. But it has its fair share of mysteries in its lore, which we'll take a look at one in this video. Fornax Aleph. For a bit of background, Fornax Aleph is a hive world in the Sabbath World sector in the Segmentum Pacificus. It is one of the several planets targeted for reconquest by the Imperium during the Operation Newfound, the second phase of the Sabbath World's crusade, a campaign some of you might know from the Gantz Ghost novels. The world had been established by scouts as a powerful bastion for the forces of chaos, due to its formidable hive cities and even a possible reserve fleet. Thus, heavy fighting was expected. The task of assaulting this enemy stronghold was given to General Jatar Elbet, who commands a ground force composed of 7 infantry regiments of the Astra Militarum and 2 armored brigades. They are also to be reinforced by the Iron Snake's Space Marine chapter. The start of this campaign is rough. The initial assault was delayed twice due to potent warp storms, with the second of which forced the Iron Snakes into a 4-month holding pattern. These warp storms also scattered Elbet's invasion fleet as they arrive on the planet. Only 1/3 of Elbet's fleet arrived unharmed, with their Space Marine support nowhere in sight. This made the general, understandably, cautious, and positioned his current fleet to an out-system translation point to hold out until reinforcements arrive, or retreat back to warp space at first sight of trouble. But none came. No reinforcements, nor enemy attacks. Then, on the 303rd day of 757.M41, Elbet ordered a frigate to inspect the planet to assess the strength and positions of the enemy. To the surprise of Elbet and his staff, the frigate reported they had encountered no resistance, no interceptors, nor orbital defense fire, nothing. Further investigation shows that there's just no activity on the planet's surface. No power usage, no Vox traffic, no movement, or just in general, no sign of life. It's as if the hive cities were abandoned. Taking advantage of the situation, Elbet landed a spearhead force the next day and similarly encountered no resistance. The planet does seem to be devoid of life. Initial speculations for this was a plague or some other disease, but there were no bodies nor burial sites. In addition, guard forces found various unfinished meals, writings, and games of regicide. With a seemingly vacant planet on their hand, Elbet's forces established on the planet to wait for further reinforcements. Elbet reported this to War Master Slado. Later, reports of strange occurrences involving eerie screams in the dead of night, seemingly from outside the cities, with no known source. Reports between the General and War Master continued back and forth until the first day of 758M41, when Elbet and his forces suddenly ceases communication. 80 days later, the Iron Snakes finally arrived to Fornax Aleph. They report back to War Master. Despite being known as these hardened and stoic warriors, the Iron Snakes seem perturbed by their discovery. "To Slado, War Master. My lord, there is no one here at all." Elbet and his ground forces, and even fleet, was nowhere to be found. The only signs that the force was indeed there were 2 Imperial drop pods washed ashore, a Lehman Russ battle tank on the roof of a 80 stories hab stack. Inside were the Vox set with missing and even fused components, as well as a desiccated hand that probably belonged to the driver, still clinging to the steering column inside its gloves. And lastly, a ship that may be Claudia, a battle barge from Elbet's forces, seemingly unmanned and drifting towards the system's sun. Fearing the same might happen to the Iron Snakes, one of the most valuable assets to the Crusade. The War Master ordered them to withdraw, but before being able to do so, a previously undetected meteor struck the planet's polar region, causing natural disaster that left the Iron Snakes stranded on the planet. Shortly after, hordes of daemons and other warp-spawned entities began pouring out of the impact site, suspected to have opened warp portals. With a force of only 300 battle brothers, the Iron Snakes make their stand against the seemingly uncountable hordes of warp entities. By the first month of 759, the Imperial reinforcements finally arrive at the planet and discovered the battle to be over. The Iron Snakes, battered but victorious. The planet would be reclaimed by the Imperium and would later be repopulated with no further incidents being reported, though still left the mystery of what happened to the planet's original population, Elmet's forces, and the screams that some still can heard in the dead of night. And that's the mystery of Fornax Aleph. If you're going to ask me, well, I get reminded of that lost colony of Roanoke with the disappearances and stuff. In addition, I kinda like how we can speculate that since this planet is supposed to be occupied by chaos forces, that whatever happened to them and Elmet's forces might be some sort of chaos or warp related ritual shenanigans, but it's never fully confirmed. So it does have its interesting, nice mystery to it. And that's all. Thank you for watching. If you wanted me to cover other mysteries and stuff, well, that is either Warhammer or even non-Warhammer 40K related, then don't forget to like and subscribe. And click on the notification bell to get updates on my uploads. That's all again. Thank you.